Hey everybody, Erica Sturtwin here from Pink Bucker Designs. This week on my blog, I am featuring the Fruit Salad Designer Series paper. I just love that name, Fruit Salad. This is a 6x6 paper stack that you can get through the end of February 2025 for free. It's one of the free items in our celebration catalog. Everything in here is free with a $60 purchase. The Fruit Salad paper is right here on page 5. And I do have to say, I think it's my very favorite thing in that catalog. And I didn't even use this pattern and I love it so much. That could be a watermelon or a strawberry, don't you think? Anyways, lots and lots of potential. And of course, you guys, if you know me, you know that I was on the hunt for fruit treats so that we could make some gift boxes. And these are one of my all-time favorites. Little Debbie is always a go-to for me. These apple fruit pies, we've made boxes for their fruit pies before. So I thought, well, yeah, of course we got to do the little apple fruit pie. If you want to indulge, if you need a sweet treat, these are for you. I put a link for the Little Debbie snack finder on my blog. You just type in your zip code, select whichever snack you want. It'll tell you what store in your area has them. I pulled out a bundle from the fall catalog that's actually now an online exclusive. It's still available, online only. Just type in the name at the top of the Stampin' Up! Website and it'll come up. It is the More Than Autumn bundle. It was my favorite thing in the fall catalog and I'm so excited to still be able to use it. We're going to make the sentiment that says this calls for apple pie. How fun is that? So fun. Okay, now let's start with making our box, okay? We're going to use a piece of Granny Apple Green cardstock. Now, the measurements for this and the supply list are on a free PDF over on my blog. So make sure you click the link here on YouTube, go over and grab it. This is Granny Apple Green. It is 7 by 10, okay? 7 inches by 10 inches. On the long side, we're going to score it at 1, 4.5, 5.5, and 9. Turn it on the short side and score it at 1 and 6. Now this is a clamshell box, which means the lid will fold over the bottom. We've made lots of boxes like this. This is probably my favorite box to make. It's easy and I just figure out the measurements for whatever I want to put inside of it and design the box. If you buy Philadelphia cream cheese at the grocery store, it's the same kind of box. Unless you're like me and you just rip it open. It is designed in the exact same way. All right, now let me grab, we're gonna use liquid glue and I've got my trusty clothespins over here. This is a great way, if you like to use liquid glue like I do, this is a great way to hold it closed. Now I'm gonna cut off the outside corner of that tab and then cut right up on that square right there, okay? And then I'm going to do the same thing here, cut straight. And then this one, I'm going to cut that top corner off, okay? Now flip it around and let's do the same thing. Cut off that outside corner. Then down here, cut in straight. And then over here, cut that outside corner. Now it doesn't matter which side you do this on, whichever side you start on, because it's symmetrical and it'll work out both ways. Now for this one, we're actually going to cut off these tabs right here. Okay, we're going to cut them off like this. Doing this a little bit differently today. Now I'm going to cut this corner off of that tab like that. Pretty big, okay? Pretty big. And then I'm going to cut these corners as well. All right, now if you are watching and you want to pause the video so you can see exactly how I did it, it could be that way too. Doesn't matter. Remember, it's symmetrical. So whichever side you cut those corners off of, doesn't matter. As long as you do it on the end, not in the middle. All right, liquid glue. I'm using liquid glue here in South Texas where I live. It's always sticky outside and muggy, so my adhesives pop open a lot. But I find that if I use liquid glue, that does not happen. I love all of our adhesives, but for 3D projects, I have just found that here in the climate that I live, this is the one to use. All right, now we're gonna leave these. These are gonna tuck into our box later when it's dry. So let's just leave that. And let's do some of our stamping. I've done a lot of things ahead of time just for the sake of the video. Here is our fruit salad designer series paper. There are actually several prints. Let me bring that stack back over. Several prints in here that I thought would work. There's a, let's see, there's like a green kind of a stripey polka dot, that one right there. I thought that one would be cute. You could even use that stripe, although that's a watermelon. You could use the red too, or you could use that red right there. I mean green, that green right there. Now I'm gonna mat it on a piece of lemon lime twist, the DSP like that. And then of course we've got to use the apple print. All right, so we're gonna put a piece of that like that. I printed the PDF off and I left it on my printer. I wish I had brought it over here so you could see it. All right, now take this is our new white woven ribbon. I have been using it on almost anything because it's so good. It's neutral, it lies flat, it's very light. It's not real bulky. You could also color this ribbon any color you wanted with your Stampin' Blends because they're alcohol markers. They'll dry and it'll leave your ribbon, it'll leave your ribbon whatever color you want. Now what I was doing is if you hold that middle and you pull the ends like that, it will shorten up your little loops because I don't want it too big. All right, now, do I have my ribbon scissors? I have some scissors. Let's see if they will work. Cut that off at an angle, okay? So it'll be cute. And that one like that. And then we're gonna move this over like that to the side. All right, I have cut out a stylish shaped circle, embossed it with what I keep calling the Sketched Plaid embossing folder. It's not called that, it's called the Forever Plaid embossing folder. So you can see it's got some great texture. I cut out the Real Red tag from the Unbounded Love dies. Unbounded Love dies. It's hard to remember all these names, you guys. I'm telling you, it is not easy. All right, we're gonna use Versamark because we're gonna emboss this in white. I'm gonna rub it with my embossing buddy. This is the Embossing Additions Kit. If you emboss at all, you really should get this kit. It really is helpful. The Embossing Buddy removes static cling. That will hopefully keep your granules where you want them and not everywhere else. So this calls for, I know you can't see it, it's a clear ink. Versamark is a clear ink. This calls for, apple and pie. I love these word builder sets where we can kind of create our own sentiment. This one has quite a few quite a few choices, if you will, that you can use. If you like this bundle, I actually did a whole Facebook Friday, a whole series using this bundle back in, I believe November, maybe October of 2024. All right, now my ink pad needs to be re-inked, it looks like, because it's not holding on to the embossing powder like I want it to. If you continue to have that powder sticking where you want it, usually if you blow on it, it'll come off. But this is being stubborn because I had that, was holding it with my reverse tweezers, which is part of the kit also. Use your paintbrush to brush that off. All right, now grab that heat tool, turn it on. It'll take about 10 seconds to get to the right temperature, and then you will see your words turn nice and shiny white. All right, there we go. Now let's layer this. Oh, you know what? We got to do our little apples too. This little apple stamp also from the More Than Autumn stamp set. And we are going to use the colors from the designer series paper, which are Granny Apple Green. This is dark. I'm going to do like a shadow, and I'm going to color the leaves. And then you're going to take your light and just kind of blend that over. See how it created a dark side? We'll do real red on the left side, and then we'll take light real red and pull that over as well. Now grab the die, cut them out, and look what I did ahead of time. Sometimes I get these things done ahead of time. All right, now grab your dimensionals, and we're gonna layer these up. Our box should be nice and dry now. All right, we need many dimensionals for these, maybe, let's see. No, I think big dimensionals will work. I have a hard time with many dimensionals because they're so small. Let's see, where did I put these? I think I put them here. So I like to use the bigger dimensionals when I can. If you have long, beautiful nails, those many dimensionals are a little hard to handle. All right, now let's finish it up. Grab your pie, put it right in there, close your box. See how these just fold down in like that? And then we will put adhesive on the back of this. Put that right there. And last but not least, grab your cute tag and put it right there. This calls for apple pie. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this project. Remember that fruit salad designer series paper is only available through February 28th, 2025. You got to get it. In fact, you need 2 packages of it because it's so cute. All right, you guys, let me know if you have questions, and happy stamping. Bye-bye.